Yo, Q, what up? Yo, Q,
Man,
what
I'm
up?
keeping it real. What up, Duan?
Welcome
Let's get it.
to Not
Not
Just
yeah.
Music, where we keep it real and honest.
Always.
My mama praying, telling me, Q, you need to chill. They can't respect the truth, I'm just honest.
What's going on, everybody? Not Just Music Podcast. Your boy Duan Barino here. Got Quincy Murdoch in the building.
Yeah.
Always. Another week, another Thursday, another 8 o'clock p.m.
What's up, Butcher?
How's everything, man?
I'm good, bro. We here
good.
breeding, monster breeding, living. What's good with you?
I won't complain. Hopefully, everybody is doing well, hitting those goals, matching up with success.
Yeah.
Dreams coming true. Hopefully, everybody's getting to that bag. But if you're not, keep trying, keep pushing. Don't get discouraged.
Don't.
Y'all if you are in a bad position, remember tomorrow morning when you wake up is a new day. Forget about today. Tomorrow's a new day. You know, we at the end of the day now. I mean, it's 9 going on 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
Ain't so much you can do right now. But if you can do something for yourself, man. Do something to make yourself happy, man. Like that's really the key for me, man. Find happiness where you're at. Find happiness. It's something that you can be happy about. You overlooking it right now. You got bills over your head. Don't worry about it. Bills can be taken care of. What bills can be paid off. But one thing we can't do is put a timestamp or money on happiness. That should be something that you should strive for daily, to be happy. Do something to make you happy.
Exactly.
What's been going on, man, with the music? Anything new with the music? I'm going to ask that every time because evidently we need to know.
Yeah.
You get your chance to push your brand.
Yeah.
So whatever you feeling, what's been going on.
Well, everybody
with
tune in to this, man. Y'all know my name is Quincy Murdoch. I got a lot of music out on all music platforms. Y'all just Google me. Main thing you can find me is QuincyMurdoch.com. Where you got all the information. The music is going well. Just dropped 2 R&B tracks, my latest tracks this year. Doing very well. Dreams to Reality, This True Love, both produced by Duan Barino. We doing this podcast thing, you know what I'm saying, each and every week, you know what I'm saying, because we love to, educate the people and give them wisdom, some knowledge, you know what I'm saying, some understanding, and, movies and more beats from my guy coming and movies from me. We got a little bit of everything coming, Yeah.
So, moving along here, we are in our last weeks of July, and school is coming again for those parents that are out here.
Seems like they just got out.
School is coming again. July is about
They start school
to be
earlier
gone.
than we did, though, man.
They started
earlier,
they ain't
man.
changed mine. I'm gonna tell you why. My birthday is August 21st. My birthday has always been pinnacly known for school start. So my first week of school when I was in school was always the week of my birthday. It never, ever fails. You know the crazy part this year? My kids this year, first day of school is my birthday, August 21st. So my kids have to go back on my 40th birthday. So that's where things shall go and be. But no bad things, no hard feelings, nothing wrong with that. Again, parents, school is coming back around. Here's a perfect thing to talk about.
Yeah.
And it's not talking, it's just questions and talking, but more so me talking. We talk. But me questioning. First, it's hard to be a parent in 2023 and lack all of the tools necessary to help your child thrive. and be great. So, are we the type of parents, though, that are hard-headed, that are ignorant to the fact of what should we do to make sure that our children are getting everything that they need to win while they are in or conquering grade level school? From when I was in school, grade level school, things were very different than they are now. Technology has a touch on what goes on now more than anything I've like never seen before.
Yeah.
Are you one of those parents, not just music podcast world, are you one of those parents that are hard-headed and are only going to do things the way you feel they should be done for your child and taught to your child? Or are you allowing the technology, allowing the teachers, allowing anything that would be beneficial to your child learning? Are you adding all of those elements together, or are you only being hard-headed to what you think your child should know? Because that's one thing I see now more than anything. Mm-hmm. There are a lot of hard-headed parents, like I said.
Yeah.
Hard-headed. Think that, oh, I know it all, you know. Books come home from school and the book open up and then you looking at the book like it's foreign language. You ain't like this math you've never seen before, you know. These are words that you ain't never seen a day in your life. You can't even help your own child out, but you're going to be hard-headed to the fact of be like, I don't know what that is. So are you that type of parent, or are you really putting in the time and energy and effort to help your child, tutors and all? Like, it's all out here.
You know how them old school them heads are, them old school heads. They don't like following the new technology. That's why I say this new technology they don't like. You know what I'm saying? Some of them don't even like using GPS until they riding in circles and lost. Then they finally put the GPS on. I need it. So, you know, like, yeah, they don't like all this stuff they give us, you know what I'm saying? All this technology, and you know what I'm saying? Yeah, like you said, they hard-headed.
What about new school, though? New school parents.
The new school parents?
Yeah. What about them? Because I see a lot, I'm going to tell you, I'll give you an example. I saw a parent about 3 weeks ago, right? Mm. And some parents feel as if in, like, their method of learning is gold. Meaning the way they were taught how to do something is the way they should, you know, that's the only way they should be taught to their children.
That's so not true. So
do you have any friends? Do you have any family in your age group that you know? I'm not saying you have to say who they are. But do you know anybody, period? Let's just say that. Do you know anybody, period, that they feel like, oh, I'm the best parent in the world. Ain't nobody topping me as a mom. Ain't nobody topping me as a dad. I'm the best dad out here.
Yeah, I know plenty.
Do you feel that is an effective route of teaching a child, or just like, or do you feel like we should utilize everything that's out here? Because me and you talked about it before, as if, like, you know,
with the AI and all this stuff coming.
Not even just with the AI. I'm talking about, I mean, going deeper than that. Like, just talking about with, like, computers. The kids. You know, like how we were talking about. Did you read, or did you go to the library?
Yeah.
In your age group, we talked about that one time before.
Yeah.
We talked about educators, like math teachers and stuff like that. Are math teachers doing all that they can do? You know,
a personal relationship, mine is versus just being
a teacher. I'm just a teacher. I'm just gonna show the curriculum. And the time. You know, what's going on? Do you feel that we're at that point now where we're struggling with school and the school systems, and as parents, we're just allowing it to be the case and not doing what we should wholeheartedly to make sure that our child is getting everything?
Yeah, I feel like now parents have a lot on their plate. Mm-hmm. You know, they're stressed out, they're worried. Mm-hmm. So sometimes the kid get left out, you know, or forgotten, you know, because of the parents worrying about bills or worrying about jobs and not having this or having that. I made a post a couple of days ago. I was like, you know, the big mamas used to hold the families together and the kids together because they was ones praying, you know, the prayers, and like the ones that used to be like, baby, it's gonna be okay, even when it wasn't okay. You felt like it was gonna be okay because the way they said it and they meant it. You get what I'm saying? Nowadays, it's like it's no hope. You know what I'm saying? Like when it comes to that, and it's no hope for our kids because our parents don't have that hope. Big mamas are gone, and now we have this generation of parents that feel like, you know, their problems, everybody should cater to their problems, even though they have kids, you know, that's growing up in school. So it's just a bad place and bad time for kids to grow up, I feel, because you got parents that want the world to feel bad for them, you know, more over so the kids, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's why, you know, the kids are lacking in education. The crime rate is higher because, you know, parents are not really spending enough time with their kids, so their kids is going out spending time with the wrong people, you know,
Right.
getting into the wrong activity. I mean, when I was little, my mom worked all the time, but she made sure we used to go to wrestling matches, all kind of events, music events. Like, she made sure she did things with me, you know what I'm saying, when she could. So nowadays, kids don't have that. They don't have that, you know what I'm saying?
True.
And you know, that's what's lacking, you know what I'm saying? And that's why kids get into the wrong things, you know, and it's hard to focus in school when you living like that at
What's
home.
going on? You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. I remember one time when I was in elementary school, right? And this a lot of parents in my era were of that era where it was like a lot of welfare. Where parents, where, you know, they needed the help taking care of kids, or, you know, free reduced lunch, anything like that that can help a child move forward, right?
Yeah.
But you know what I noticed is a lot of kids from my era also were thriving, meaning they wanted to go somewhere. Even if their mom and dad didn't have anything, it didn't have much or something like that. Yeah. They went an extra mile to put that effort and energy into learning, and then even their parents putting that extra time into making sure, doing what they could, even if they didn't have a whole lot, to make sure that their children could, you know, be in good hands and go somewhere. I remember when also
they used to have, like, you know, a lot of black kids had white friends. You go over to white friend house, and that was like a getaway from where your upbringing and your living style. You know what I'm saying? You go over to your white friend house, this big house, and you can grab snacks and all that. You know what I'm saying? A pool in the back. You know, AAU basketball. So yeah, they were more like that. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, I had, and you know, I having friends.
They got you involved in things.
Having friends that were like-minded, or having friends that are like-minded was a good thing then. Some, not all, some. But a lot of times you see these situations where, you know, parents couldn't afford to do things, or even those parents that could afford to do things, but parents stayed active a lot for their children, more so than now. And let's point out one thing was, I noticed that parents used to get their kids into was like all of the free things that were free to the community, which you rarely see now. You know, you used to go to a rec center and they had like 10, 15, 20 tutors there to work with kids, and that was for free.
Yeah.
Due to, I think, time and how times have changed, a lot of stuff has a price value on it now, right? And it's crazy. Like I said, tutoring used to be free. easy to have, easy to do, free. But now it's a thing of, oh, we got to pay this person, pay that person. You know, this person wants $50 an hour to, you know, and there's nothing wrong with it, but it messes up. It messes up the value of what kids need to know and learn.
But I also feel like, you know, it was probably one bad bunch that messed that up for the whole entire, you know what I'm saying? Because you got to think about it. When they were giving out this free stuff, it was a lot of people that could have went without it, like the free lunches and had money. You get what I'm saying? So when you take advantage of this stuff, they take it away. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people could afford, and the people that needed it, they didn't have the chance to do it because you had people that had the money, you know what I'm saying, that had it and wanted to be greedy anyway and get free lunch and stuff like that. When this person beside you was starving. So I think that's why they cut off a lot of stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and now they make it to where who really wants it? You know what I'm saying? Who's willing to pay that mighty dollar just to get this tutor or get this extra help? Or, you know what I'm saying? Now they want to see who really is hungry to get it. You know what I'm saying?
They do. Also, one thing too is I think that people took advantage of it the wrong way. You know, people wanted to do things their own way, show up to these tutoring sessions, and, you know, kids would take advantage of their time of those that are trying to teach them. And like I said, it was free. I mean, a lot of kids were coming in, doing whatever they wanted to do, you know, bad mouthing these tutors and stuff like that and these educators. And the parents just sit back and don't do anything, say anything. That kind of discouraged a certain small path of these, you know, kids, the kid to teacher or kid to child to educator ratio too. Yeah. Because a lot of these teachers don't want to do it no more. They feel like, man, I'm being underpaid. But that's the hardest part. It's like, you know, I know those that are out here who are underpaid, but they don't complain because they love to do the job, you know.
But see, it goes back to what we were talking about before the teaching. It starts at home. You know what I'm saying? How you raise your child and how their upbringing and how they come up, you know, that's how they're going to be at schools or act at school. You know what I'm saying? Like how you know, raise them at home. So it starts at home. That's the first lesson and first, you know, the big things a kid learns is at home. Not from no teacher. It's what you learn at home. You know what I'm saying? 1 to 5 of those crucial times also, like, and then your teenage years, you know, like, it's like photographic memory. Kids pick up on things and remember things. Like, I can remember things when I was little. You know what I'm saying? Like, they don't forget. So it's very important how you raise your kids and what you put into them while they're young. Because once they grown, you know what I'm saying, it's like, you know, you planted a seed in them, and whatever you planted in them is going to come out.
So effective as now, is, you know, who do you feel is going to suffer most? The generation right now, meaning the child, okay, the generation of children right now, right? Meaning the elementary elementary level or grade level school, right?
Yeah.
Do you feel that they're going to suffer over the next 15, 20 years? Or do you feel that this is a bunch that are going to catch on, grasp a hold, and move forward? What do you feel? Because your children are in this age group too.
Yeah.
So what do you feel?
The way it's looking now, man, it's like I said. Who are the kids? What can kids look up to? Who can kids look up to now? That's a question I ask myself now. I look at my life and, you know what I'm saying, like, you know, like, and I don't want to put all the business out, but you know, a sick mother, father is really not there. Like, you know what I'm saying? That mentality that I have is survival mode, because I know if I don't go get it, then I might not have, because mom is sick right now, you know, dad is not here. So it's like, I have no siblings, like I'm a single child. So it's like, that mindset makes you vulnerable and makes you like hardened too, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, the way that my mindset is, I can only imagine how kids' mindsets will be, because it's even worse now. Yeah. It's nobody, like, we had teachers in the 90s. I'm a 90s baby. We had teachers that cared, and it was somebody that was gonna care and lend an open hand or advice, you know what I'm saying, when we were small. Now you can't get that.
Yeah, you're right.
You can't get that, bro. Like, it's a bad time we living in. And like I said, everybody is more concerned and worried about their own problems now, that they don't have time to focus on their kids or the youth. And it's sad, but it's true.
It's the truth.
You know what I'm saying?
That's the truth.
Because everybody is going through something, and they're worried about their situations.
Now, that's why I hate to see children suffer from their parents' decisions and things that their parents have to go through. You hate to see it, because you know that in time that this child is going to eventually feel that.
Yeah.
You know, mama out here busting her tail daily. Mama got to go to work 2-3 jobs, take care of all of her kids, or even if it's a family that's a working family, right? So say if it's mom and dad still in the household.
Yeah.
If mom and dad both out working, nobody is at home to take care of the kids.
And kids pick up on their energy.
And
I
I
still live with that to this day. I still live with that to this day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like the fact that I know I have my mom there. I know, like you got people around you, but you still feel like alone. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, that's how it feels sometimes. Like, dang, I'm in this alone. Like, if I fall, like, I mean, it's scary. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't just quit a job, or like, I'm already thinking about, you know what I'm saying, hustler. I'm a survival mode. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's how it is, because I know I can't run to mom if something bad happens. Mama ain't got it right now. She looking at me to be like, son, you good?
Yeah.
Like, son, you got it? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, and it's like, I need a shoulder to lean on too, but like, that's the lifestyle or the times we live in now. Everybody has something going on.
They do.
In their life.
They do.
That they can't focus on others. And that's just how it is.
And that's why I hate that you know, our generation that's coming up now.
That's why I see no hope. You know what I'm saying?
It's hard to see it. It's hard to see that light at the end of that tunnel with that too, because it is the truth. It's like, you know, you gotta. A lot of this stuff weighs in, man. And the more and more I hate to see kids not have their parents around, you know, but at the same time, they gotta work to survive. But again, as a parent should, you know, a lot of parents have, you know, fallen to a point where, I ain't gonna say fallen, you're at a position where the lifestyle of living right now is very expensive. And, you know, children see this a few different ways. You know, like, I watched my parents work a lot, but I also saw them force time. Man, ain't something forced time, like it wasn't, you know, it wasn't worthy of the force, but you have to make time to do things with your kids.
And you want to know something? I was gonna piggyback off what you were saying. I think us as kids, we never understand what it's like to be a parent until we become a parent.
There you go.
You get what I'm saying? Like, a lot of stuff that I held my dad accountable for, like, I was mad at my dad for. Once you become a parent,
you see different.
You see like, okay, it's not as easy. You know what I'm saying? It's not as easy as, people make it. Or the one slightest disagreement can affect everything or blow up. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I seen it because, like, it was stories about my dad, was ran off by some female. That's why he wasn't in my life. That he wanted to be in my life. A whole lot of speculations about my dad that now that I'm talking to him. So it's like, once I grew up and I lived, I was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? It makes sense now. So I don't hold any judgment towards anybody because you realize what it is once you're in that situation. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, I mean, am I condoning it? No. Whatever the reason was, nothing should stop you from being in your kid's life. But it's more like I try to understand their side, their point, but you know what I'm saying, a little bit and see where they coming from, what they was going through. You know what I'm saying? Put myself in their shoes and stuff like that.
Yeah. And this is the, and this is one thing too. Parents, this one's gonna come out kind of bold and kind of direct. Don't be one of those, because see, we have two type parents here. We have those parents that don't have a whole lot and make it happen for their kids, but then we have those that parents that do have a whole lot and make it happen for their kids. But the problem is the kids, like Q just basically said, the kids don't really see what it is and what it takes to do what it is to be in the position that y'all are in. Yeah. So just take it for example. You got some parents out here who go get every single pair of J's that drop for their child. Yeah. But does that child know how to get a pair of J's on their own? Probably not. You know, are you doing this out of, oh, well, I didn't have J's as a child, so I'm gonna make sure my child has every single pair of J's that come out. Okay, but again, are you showing them the value of it? Because I mean, you get them these pair of J's, they gonna go out here and run around in mud and dirt and kick, the strings gonna come apart.
They ain't gonna appreciate it. They ain't gonna appreciate it.
Like
they don't know the struggle and the hustle it took for that parent to get it. And that's what I said. A kid don't know what it's like to be a parent until they're a parent.
Exactly.
Like, you like responsibility. You don't know what it's like to treat a house right, or why mama was so hard on me about dirtying the house that she was paying, rent and mortgage for until you own a house. So you paying rent and you got kids writing on your walls. So you know what I'm saying? So once you're in that situation, you relate to it. You realize, you know what I'm saying?
It's very relatable too.
It's lessons in it.
Now, here we are, 2023 going into 2024, right? As I said, we spoke on education and children getting, educated and going back into school, children getting educated. Parents, are they doing what they can to make sure that their child has everything that they need to go to that next level? Like we just said. So I'm at a point now, it's like this, right? If a child is going to be great, go ahead. School level education is wonderful. But if it's something that your child is showing you high signs of that they can be they could thrive in something, it's okay to go ahead and introduce them to that while they're in their younger age. Yeah. Just don't forget about the cases in education. You can keep education there. I've said this before too.
We spoke on this before in some podcasts.
Let the child have that space to where they can show who they are, and who knows what can pan out from that. You know what I mean? Yeah. Being a parent that's always it's just all about school. It's all about school. That's good. It can be all about school, but it's a little deeper than that.
That's why a lot of kids make the decisions they make and sneak and make bad decisions.
You have to give a child a lane, but at the same time, it ain't say have freedom. Give them a lane to express who they are and what they can be and what they can do. because you won't ever know anything if you just always pushing the fact of your narrative. If you're
like that's what I'm saying. Like if you are so tight on the kid, they'll be scared to come to you and ask you questions. So they'll go out and try these things and sneak and do them instead of asking you because, oh, mama gonna get an attitude. You know, she gonna shut it down. You know what I'm saying? But if you give them an explanation, now, no, you can't do this, and an explanation behind it, and say it in a kindly manner, they might understand it. You know what I'm saying? And they might be cool with coming to you with questions instead of sneaking out and finding out from the streets and all that. So
speaking of that, going forward, I might actually get some things in place instead of just sitting up here just talking about it. Finding some things that we can do to help these kids and be in a better position to understand. Instead of us just being a talk about it, let's actually be a do about it as well. You know what I'm saying? Let's find a way to make these kids have that education lane, but also have that drive to live out their dream as well. Because a lot of times it's like you said, it doesn't get to get seen because mama working too hard, daddy working too hard. They don't even have the time to even bring them out to go show them. Again, like it still trips me out. I remember the rec centers used to be full. Now rec centers are almost all shut down because kids ain't coming. People don't come shoot ball no more, play football, baseball, run around, football, kickball. Kids don't do stuff like that no more.
It's hard out here.
And it's not saying that that's what they're supposed to do, but that era of, you know what I'm saying, that era is well over with. So you're like, okay, what are we supposed to present to these children to make sure that they stay grounded? To me, it's always going to be something there that can be done, but the course is always the case of figuring it out. So why not us look for some people around, some families around, that we can all come together and communicate stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
What? It starts with us.
Yeah, it does.
It starts with us.
Well,
it takes us saying we need help. We don't got it all together. We gotta admit that we don't have it all together.
Agreed.
We can't be too prideful. You know what I'm saying? Because I see people in a bad position, like older folks, like they're so prideful, but they don't know. You know what I'm saying? They still living in their ways and they're dying slowly every day. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like just killing themselves.
Yeah.
Like, like just the depression, like stress. Don't you know stress is a deadly disease? Like you can die from that.
Kill you.
You know what I'm saying? You sitting in here and when you stress out, you're stressing out people around you. That energy goes on to people. You know what I'm saying? It's a spirit. So where people might not even want to be around you, even your own kids might not want to be around you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
And that's what I think a lot of kids and a lot of people my age, you know what I'm saying, are just looking for escape. Some people are just trying to look for escape from where they are because they have that vision, they have them dreams, and they have them goals, but it's the area they in, it's the people they around that's you know what I'm saying, like not letting that happen, that's having a big part of why it's not prospering. You know what I'm saying? Because the people they around and the places are the places they around and growing up and living around. You know what I'm saying? So it starts with us, man. We gotta level up. And if we got a problem, we gotta admit we got problems and get help.
Exactly. And if nothing else, even if it's one or two of y'all that's out here, any ideas y'all have, drop it in the comments below. Hit us up, email, something. What are things that y'all are doing in your area to help these kids and help these families, come together so we can have some healthy futures for these kids that are, because it's not a lot of avenues as it used to be. It's starting to slim out on avenues because it's a lot of stuff to do, but there's still some avenues that have not been touched yet, and then some that need to be created. Now, we've talked a lot mainly this episode about kids going back to school because it is time. A lot of y'all parents like, yo, I'm ready to get these kids about this house, man. I'm so tired, I'm ready to get them going. And you think like, man, it seems like summer's gonna be extra long, but you know what? Summer's actually almost over with. So be strong, parents. Hang in there. It's time again. But mostly, again, like I said, we need to come up with some ways to help keeping our kids motivated and to doing and having a future and doing a future thing. Making sure that we always keeping our focus. Keeping our focus on our kids and making sure our kids' future is.
I was gonna have my boy shout out what he think. Hey, Surplus. What's good with you? What you think, some positive things that'll help the generation, these kids nowadays? We sitting in the studio talking, man. What you think? Some good tips, man. What was some advice you give to these kids out here?
Best thing that can help the kids is for the older generation to give back and mentor them and encourage them, and also to focus on education.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts. I just wanted to get your input on that, bro. We in here live, man. Wanted to get you in here, quick.
Well, tell them I'm on here live, man, with the top 10 of the DJSurplusVision.com right now.
Yeah, y'all go follow them, people. Yeah, I'ma holler at you, bro.
All right, and finishing off, like we said, we was again taking the time to put in this energy for these kids, y'all.
But y'all heard what he said, education, man. That's another thing. Educate these kids.
2023, like I say, going in 2024, those should be the big moves that we should make. Again, I am your boy Duan Barrino. Got Quincy Murdoch in the building, and we shall see you all next Thursday. Be blessed, beautiful people.